Top 10 Misconceptions about London. Who hasn't dreamed of a city break in London at some point? It is, after all, one of the world's most visited cities, attracting over 19 million international visitors in 2016, the home of some major global attractions, like Big Ben, the Natural History Museum and the London Eye. London is one of the world's greatest cities. It's just a shame that it's full of miserable people, British food and bad coffee, and doesn't it rain there all the time? Number 10. Coffee and tea. Let's start with the one that puts a lot of American visitors off: the myth that good coffee is impossible to find in London. This one may have been true a couple of decades ago, but the London coffee scene is much more impressive now than it was in 2000. Number 9. Bad food. Britain is infamous for having bland and boring food, so many people think eating in London must be no different. It's not hard to see why. One of London's traditional dishes, for instance, is the London particular. What is it? Well, it's basically a really thick pea and ham soup, thick enough to stand a spoon in. Yeah. Number 8. Unfriendly people. Ask people around the world what British people are like, and you'll get a pretty similar response. They're quiet, they're reserved, they're unfriendly, and so on. Number 7. Cramped and dirty. In 1952, the Great Smog descended on London, killing thousands. It was the worst air pollution event in British history, and news of it spread across the world. Number 6. It never sleeps. When someone refers to the city that never sleeps, they're usually referring to New York in recent years, though the phrase has also been applied to the British capital, leading to the idea that London is a busy place with a boisterous nightlife, and not the place to go if you have kids with you. Number 5. It's expensive. London is expensive. It is actually one of the most expensive cities in the world, if you want to live there. Number 4. No-go zones. Unfortunately, one of the more recent misconceptions about London is that some areas of the city are no-go zones, places where so-called ordinary Londoners, even members of the police, never go. Number 3. The Underground is the only way to travel. The London Underground, also known as the Tube, is one of London's most famous landmarks. It was first opened in the 1860s, making it the oldest underground passenger railway in the world. Number 2. It's always wet and cold. Britain is well known for its grey weather and rainy days. So most people assume that London, as the British capital, must be no different. Now, no one's going to say the UK is a warm country. Number 1. The City of London. If someone told us they were going to visit the City of London, we wouldn't bat an eyelid. But true Londoners know there's a problem with this statement. Do they mean Greater London, the hulking metropolis we're all familiar with, or the tiny, independent local authority in the heart of London, which has a population of just a few thousand? The smallest dot on a map covers what was Roman London.